Hello, everyone's. I am here for Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 4, Episode 15. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, you're a family member, you're one of my peoples, welcome back. Let's get on to Robin is hosting this year's trip. Now, Robin, who was forever late, is hosting a trip. I just wanted to see how this was going to turn out, because the only time that she was on time is food and alcohol was involved. Any other time, she was late to Juan's birthday party. She was late to Candace's wedding. She always late, but she gonna be out here hosting things. I was like, okay. So, for whatever reason, she's expecting Giselle to apologize for cutting up several foods at her housewarming party. I was like, I guess you can keep hope alive, but I just don't see that happening. You've known Giselle longer than we've known Giselle. And I could just see Giselle turning this around to where she's the victim in the whole situation. She came in, Monique started it off, which made her continue it off. And their argument transferred over to Candace and Monique getting into it and what they've been going through, which transferred over to Candace and Ashley's situation. So see, it's not my fault. Monique started it and it just trickled down to other people. I'm not in the wrong. I can see that happening. But in true Robin fashion, she is late getting to the airport. The ladies have checked their bags. They have gone through TSA. They have stopped out at several shops to get coffee and snacks for the plane. And Robin has yet to get there. Robin misses the whole entire flight with the ladies and doesn't get there until 4 hours later, 4 hours after them. Now, y'all, when they tell you to get to the airport 2 hours early, that is me all day, every day. Like, my flight last week on Wednesday was at 6 o'clock in the morning, which means I was up at 3 and I was at the airport by like 4:15. Yeah. I was flying out of Houston. Yeah, I'm going to be there on time so I can be at my gate waiting. I'm not finna to be out here being left behind. I'm not going to do that. Especially if I'm flying out of Atlanta. Oh, yeah, I am there 2 hours early because you never know how that doggone TSA line going to be in Atlanta. You be in the line for like a good 2 hours and then you got to take your shoes off, take your laptop out, your tablet out, if you got candy in your bag. All that stuff. So yes, I am on time when I'm out here flying. I do not play. Because they'll mess around and switch your gate up on you. They'll be like, okay, you at gate A16. You sitting there and then like, okay, it's about 2 minutes before we finna board. Oh, yeah. Y'all got to go down there to gate B18. Ain't got no time for that. But I'm like, Robert, I'm going to need you to do better. You the host of this trip. And you ain't there to be the host because you done missed your flight. Child. So, y'all, I'm glad somebody finally told Katie about the wig that she got on because I know my hair is not looking nice, but like I always tell y'all, I'm not making Real Housewives of Potomac money, and I'm not making friend of Real Housewives of Potomac money. So, Katie can afford to get her a nice, decent wig. This wig look like she pulled it either out the back of the closet or the back of a drawer, gave it a good shake, and then just threw it on her head. But I'm glad Giselle, mentioned that Katie this week ain't what it is. And then Karen over there talking about Giselle's wig, but I'm like, Karen, do you remember that braided mess that you had on your head when we was in New Orleans? When y'all was in New Orleans? That mess was hideous. And you rocked it the whole time too, and you had the nerve, God, and audacity to be wearing it to bed. No, ma'am. So, y'all, they done finally got there. They at their hotel. Now, Robin is showing her true annoyance with Giselle cutting up several foods at her party. So she done made Ashley the deputy until she gets there. Even gave Ashley, since she's been going through so much, the nicer room. And Giselle was looking like, I thought, it's us being the green-eyed bandits that I would be deputy because I done already deputized myself on the bus. I thought I would be getting a bigger room. And then second, to show her annoyance, oh yeah, Giselle and Karen, y'all gonna be sharing a 2-bedroom suite. Have fun. I was like, ooh, this ain't gonna work out at all. Next thing you know, these two are in the hotel lobby just yelling and fussing at each other. I'm like, really? But then they had to show us that this is what they do. When they was in New Orleans, they was in the hotel lobby fussing at each other. I was like, okay, this is what y'all do. Now, y'all, Candace is the voice of reason. Now, Candace has had her fair share of fussing somebody out, pointing fingers and this, that, and the third. But she was the voice of reason. She basically told y'all too old for this. Y'all are the seasoned members of the cast. Y'all should be setting an example for us. Translation. Y'all too old to be out here yelling in the lobby. This ain't cute. Y'all need to back that off. I was like, yeah. She's like, the fact that y'all are yelling in the lobby is crazy. And I'm like, yes. Crazy. So y'all, it's time to go to dinner. Now, I don't know why they are wearing high heels and evening gowns on the beach. Now, the beach is a flat sandal type of area. We don't need to be having heels where you doggone sinking into the sand. Just, Karen, we don't need ball gowns. I don't care if you calling this a summer dress or whatever you called it, a maxi dress, whatever kind of dress. This looks like a ball gown. This is not I'm on the beach attire. I'm just going to say that right now. Now, Ashley has to confront Katie about what Katie and Jacob said about Michael. And she said, I haven't said anything about you. She's like, well, you talked about Michael being gay. She's like, yeah, but I wasn't talking about you. You said I was talking about you. I was talking about Michael and him out here grabbing booties and all this other things and what he got going on. That's what I was talking about. That's not you. That was your husband. And she was like, well, you called me stupid. She's like, I don't think I called you stupid. And Giselle's over the top saying, don't you think you should apologize for what you said? She's like, all right. But hold on. Giselle says, don't you think you should apologize? She's like, you are stupid and dumb. Like, what do you want me to say? Clearly, this man is out here doing several things out here, and either you're too dumb or stupid, or you just don't care what he's been out here doing. Katie, she was on one on this episode. I was like, okay. Then somehow she's like, you got an unemployed man that you just met living with you. She's like, you need to fill the void in your heart and not between your legs. And this is when Katie was like, well, at least I didn't marry some 80-year-old man. She's like, you wish. She's like, I don't want no 80-year-old man. I mean, I don't think Michael that old, but he is old. And Candace says, there is enough of that fussing in public. She's talking about something. Girl, if that ain't the pot calling the pot, it says, if that ain't the pot calling the kettle black. But okay, this is what you said. She's like, I was fussing in my house. It was not in public. Get it right, Giselle. Okay. I was like, all right. Like, Katie, she was going in on it today. So, I think this is when, okay, now we had to bring back up if Katie called Michael gay. She says, everyone has called him gay, but I do remember that Katie asked was he was gay after that whole shenanigans that was going on at Candace's house. She's like, is Michael gay? She's like, no. I was like, okay. Like, it's not like this is the first time that Michael has been in some kind of compromising situation. Remember, he was like, now she didn't say this, but I'm saying this. Remember, first season, he grabbed Andrew's butt. Now, Ashley tried to say it was a pat. Now, either way, he shouldn't have been touching that man's behind in the first place. Then there was some like pictures of him on the website. Then he was saying how he wanted to do something to one of the husbands. Then it was this situation with the doggone cameraman. It's just too much. Like, this ain't the first time something like this came up. Like, it's just because, now Katie talking about something, just because I didn't say it to your face and not say I did not mean I was saying it behind your back. I was like, Katie, that's what that means. We wasn't face to face. I wasn't here. So therefore you was talking behind my back. What are we talking about, Katie? Child. Now, Robin finally gets there because she got notes. She was going to have all kind of nice little handwritten notes to everybody to show her appreciation of her being the host and everything. And when Katie goes to read her notes, she's like, girl, what does that say right there? She's like, yeah, you are, a free spirit person and this, that, and the third. And she's like, oh, because I couldn't read that at all. She's like, oh, that girl, my handwriting is off. And this is when Ashley talking about something. Well, I guess it was the more important people. I was able to read mine clearly. I guess I'm more important. She was like, Katie said, I shouldn't call you dumb. Maybe I should have just called you stupid. I was like, wait a minute. She's like, Katie said, I shouldn't call you dumb. Maybe I meant you're stupid. I don't know. Like, I'm trying to read my notes the way I had it written down, but it was like not making sense in the context. But anyway, she basically said, yeah, I shouldn't have called you dumb. Maybe stupid was more the better choice of word. I'm like, oh no, Katie. She's like, I know you ain't talking over it with that horrible toupee on your head. This is not a toupee. This is a wig. Men wear toupees. Women wear wigs. Get it right. She didn't say that, but she should have. She's like, I know this is a hot mess. And then she get to telling Katie she's not mentally strong enough to be around these women. She's like, you know what? I might not be mentally strong. I'm going through some things. I'm going through custody with my kid's father. She looked like she didn't, been taking some downers. She's just saying exactly how she feels, whether you like the way she says it or not. I was like, okay. But I just didn't appreciate that, the way Katie was going, well, the way Ashley was going in on Katie. Telling me, you're not strong enough to be around these women and this, that, and the third. And I was like, this coming from a person that's trying to get all the heat and deflect what's going on with Michael. We bringing up daddy issues that you ain't really talked about since season 1. You may have sprinkled on it last season, but you ain't never gone as far as to, I'ma go look my daddy up, deflecting. But anyway, that was the gist. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment below. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It is free all day, every day, free 99. Make sure your notifications are on so when my beautiful face puts up a video, you can click on it, you can like it, you can share it with your people. If you're returning, you a family member, you one of my peoples, y'all know what to do. Tell your people to tell their people to come over here and be one of my peoples. And this is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.